God sees your pain and knows you are tired. Have you ever felt like no one understands your pain, like you're all alone in your struggles? Well, you're not alone, and today we're going to explore how God is right there with you, feeling every tear and hearing every cry. This isn't just about faith. It's about finding real comfort and hope, no matter what you're going through. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the truths that bring peace and purpose to our lives. In today's video, we're talking about the reality of God's presence in our pain. We'll uncover the biblical promises that assure us He is with us, discuss practical steps for enduring tough times, and learn how to find hope when everything seems dark. So stay with us as we explore how God truly cares for you in your moments of sorrow. 1. God is aware of your pain. First, let's remember this. God is fully aware of your pain, a truth that offers comfort in moments of hardship. Psalm 56:8 powerfully conveys this. You have kept count of my tossings. Put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? This verse illustrates not just a poetic metaphor, but a profound reality of God's intimate concern for us. Imagine the depth of care it takes to keep track of every tear you've shed, to record every sleepless night, and to be so closely attuned to your struggles. In ancient times, it was a tradition to collect the tears of mourners in a small bottle called a lacrimatory as a symbol of their grief. This practice is a striking parallel to the way God is described in Psalm 56:8, carefully collecting each tear in His bottle. This is not just about the tears themselves, but about what they represent. The depths of our sorrow, the peaks of our pain, and the valleys of our vulnerability. God sees all of it and treasures even our smallest, most hidden emotions. This divine awareness of our pain means that God is not a distant observer, but an active participant in our lives. He is like a compassionate parent who feels their child's pain. Just as a parent is moved to comfort their child, God is moved to action on our behalf. When you are overwhelmed by life's challenges, remember that every tear is noted by God, and every sigh is heard. He understands the burden you carry and holds it with you. Moreover, God's awareness is coupled with His promise of restoration. In Revelation 21:4, we are reminded of God's ultimate plan. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more, neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore. This is not just a future hope, but a present comfort that God is actively working in your life, even in pain. So when you feel alone or forgotten, remember that God is fully aware of your pain. He sees every tear, understands every heartache, and is committed to walking with you through every storm. Your pain matters to God, and He is with you, holding every tear and ready to bring healing and peace. 2. God is near the brokenhearted. In moments of deep pain, it's easy to feel isolated and forgotten. Yet, there's a profound truth that Psalm 34:18 reveals. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This verse isn't just comforting words. It's a powerful reminder of God's intimate presence in our suffering. When life weighs you down and the burdens seem too heavy to bear, remember that God is not a distant figure watching from afar. He is close, closer than you can imagine. God's closeness in our pain is not a passive proximity, but an active engagement with our hearts. He hears every whisper, every silent cry, and feels every tear that falls. In the Bible, we see countless examples of God's comfort and presence. Think of Hagar in the wilderness, feeling utterly abandoned and unseen, yet God appeared to her, providing comfort and hope, reminding her, "You are the God who sees me," Genesis 16:13. When you feel crushed by life's trials, God's nearness becomes a sanctuary. He is the friend who never leaves your side, the gentle healer who binds up your wounds. The idea of a divine shoulder to lean on is more than just a metaphor. It's a reality. Even in your darkest hours, God offers His strength to support you and His love to sustain you. Consider the life of Jesus. He wept at Lazarus' tomb, showing us that God is moved by our sorrows. His empathy is profound and His compassion is limitless. When we reach out to Him, we find a God who is not just aware of our pain, but actively working to heal it. So when you feel alone or overwhelmed, take heart. But you are not just noticed by God. You are cherished, held, and uplifted by His unwavering love. Remember, in every tear you shed and every prayer you whisper, God is right there, closer than your very breath, ready to comfort and save. 3. Hope in God's plans. Jeremiah 29:11 is more than a comforting verse. It's a divine declaration of God's unwavering commitment to your life's journey. The words, "For I know the plans I have for you," reveal God's intimate knowledge of your path, even when you feel lost. This isn't just a vague reassurance. It's a bold statement of intentionality. God's plans are designed specifically for you, crafted with care and precision. They are not mere reactions to our circumstances, but proactive blueprints for our lives, carefully laid out with love and purpose. When God speaks of plans to prosper you and not harm you, it's crucial to understand that this prosperity isn't limited to material wealth or worldly success. Prosperity here means spiritual growth, emotional healing, and becoming who you are truly meant to be in God's eyes. It's about experiencing fullness of life, peace, and joy that transcends your current trials. The promise is that no matter how dark the valley you walk through, there is light on the other side, a future filled with hope and potential. God's ability to give you hope and a future is a reminder that our current struggles are not the end of the story. Pain and hardship can often cloud our vision, making the future seem distant and unattainable. But God sees beyond our present circumstances. He sees the bigger picture, the tapestry of our lives woven with both joy and sorrow, even in our deepest pain. God is at work, orchestrating events and aligning situations to bring about His divine purpose. Trusting in God's plan requires faith that He is good and that His promises are true. It's about surrendering control and allowing Him to guide your steps, knowing that His plans are far greater than anything we could imagine. So hold on to this promise, not just as a comfort, but as a guarantee that no matter what comes your way, God's plans for you are filled with hope, purpose, and a future that shines brighter than the darkness of today. 4. Patience and endurance. Now, let's talk about how we can apply these truths to our lives. The first principle is to practice patience and endurance during times of pain. The story of Job in the Bible is a powerful example of this. Job lost everything: his health, his wealth, his family, yet he remained faithful to God. His story is not just about loss, but about how to handle it with grace and faith. He endured immense suffering, from physical ailments to emotional torment, yet his response was not to curse God or give up, but to hold on to his faith with a fierce, steadfast spirit. Job's story teaches us that patience isn't about waiting passively. It's about enduring with hope and faith, knowing that even in our darkest moments, there is a purpose. Job's patience wasn't mere stoicism. It was an active engagement with his pain and his faith. He questioned and lamented, but he never lost sight of God's sovereignty. This active endurance is what makes patience so powerful. It's not a passive state, but a dynamic one that involves hope, faith, and a deep belief in a greater plan. In our own lives, we can apply this by choosing to see pain not as a punishment, but as an opportunity for growth. Every challenge, every hardship is a chance to strengthen our character and deepen our faith. Patience and endurance mean trusting that there is light at the end of the tunnel, even when we can't see it. It means believing that our trials have a purpose and that, like Job, we too can be restored and even blessed in ways we can't imagine. Job's restoration, his wealth, health, and family was a testament to his unwavering faith. But it also shows us that endurance through pain can lead to greater blessings. So when facing our own struggles, let us remember Job's example. Let us practice patience and endurance, not as passive waiting, but as active, hopeful engagement with life, trusting in God's plan and believing that, like Job, we will come out stronger on the other side. 5. Speak life and positivity. The second principle, speak words of life and positivity, draws directly from the profound wisdom found in Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. This scripture underscores the incredible impact that our words can have on our lives and the world around us. But what does it truly mean to wield this power responsibly? Our words are not just sounds or mere expressions. They carry energy that can shape reality. Scientific studies have shown that positive affirmations can rewire our brains, leading to improved mental health and overall well-being. When we speak words of life, we aren't just being optimistic. We are actively participating in the creation of a reality filled with hope, love, and purpose. The phrase, "you are what you eat," is familiar, but Proverbs takes it a step further, suggesting that you are what you speak. Those who consistently speak negatively often find themselves surrounded by negativity, whereas those who speak life and positivity tend to manifest joy and resilience. Speaking God's promises over our lives isn't just about repeating words. It's about aligning our thoughts and actions with divine truths. When we declare, "I am loved, I am not alone, God has a plan for me," we are affirming our worth and recognizing that we are part of a greater narrative woven by God. This shift in perspective can have a transformative effect, not just on our outlook, but on our entire experience of life. It fosters a mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities for growth, and setbacks are merely setups for comeback. The power of the tongue can be a tool for destruction or a catalyst for creation. Choosing to speak the words of life aligns us with God's desire for us to live abundantly, filled with His peace and joy. So let's choose our words wisely, using them to uplift, encourage, and speak life into every situation. 6. Reflect on God's past faithfulness. In the midst of life's trials, it's all too easy to be consumed by present struggles, forgetting the moments when God's hand was unmistakably guiding us. The third principle for navigating difficult times is to reflect on God's past faithfulness. When we pause and remember the times God has come through for us, whether by providing in a moment of need, healing when we were broken, or comforting us in the darkest hours, we tap into a powerful spiritual resource. This act of reflection is more than just a comforting memory. It is an exercise in faith building. In the Old Testament, we see this principle vividly illustrated in the story of David. Before facing Goliath, David recounted the times God delivered him from the paws of the lion and the bear, 1 Samuel 17:37. This remembrance of God's past faithfulness fortified David's faith and gave him the courage to face an impossible battle with confidence. Similarly, the Israelites were often instructed to remember God's miracles, such as the parting of the Red Sea or manna from heaven, as a way to strengthen their trust in God's ongoing provision. These stories are not just ancient tales. They are reminders for us to look back on our own lives and identify the fingerprints of God in our history. By reflecting on past experiences where God has intervened, we recalibrate our hearts and minds to trust in His character. It reminds us that if God was faithful yesterday, He will be faithful today and tomorrow. Each recollection serves as a personal testimony, reinforcing our trust in God's promises and His unwavering presence in our lives. So take a moment to look back on your journey. Remember those moments of divine intervention, the inexplicable peace in chaos, or the unexpected provision that seemed to come from nowhere. Let these memories be the anchor for your soul in the storms of life. Reflecting on God's past faithfulness isn't just about remembering. It's about rekindling your faith, knowing that the same God who was with you then is with you now and will be with you always. 7. Take care of your physical and mental health in our journey through life. We often overlook one crucial element, taking care of our physical and mental health. But did you know that our bodies and minds are considered gifts from God? The way we treat these gifts not only affects our daily lives, but also our spiritual well-being. Firstly, let's talk about sleep. The Bible doesn't explicitly mention the need for rest, but Proverbs 3:24 gives us wisdom. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. A good night's sleep is essential for maintaining a balanced mood and a sharp mind. Aim for 7-9 hours each night to recharge your body and spirit. Eating well is another vital aspect. In 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, we're reminded that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. What we consume impacts our energy levels, mood, and overall health. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can help us stay physically fit and mentally sharp. It's not just about avoiding junk food. It's about nourishing our bodies to serve our higher purpose effectively. Exercise also plays a key role. In 1 Timothy 4:8, we're advised that physical training is of some value. Regular physical activity boosts endorphins, which are natural mood lifters, and strengthens our resilience to stress, whether it's a brisk walk, yoga, or strength training. Find an activity that you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Moreover, seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Mental health challenges like anxiety or depression are real and can affect our ability to connect spiritually. Consulting a counselor or therapist can provide the support and tools needed to manage these challenges effectively. Ultimately, by nurturing our physical and mental health, we enhance our ability to face life's trials with resilience and grace. Remember, your well-being is not just about survival, it's about thriving in every aspect of your life. Take care of these gifts, and you'll find yourself better equipped to fulfill your divine purpose. God is aware of your pain and is closer to you than you might think. He sees your tears, hears your cries, and holds you in your sorrow. By trusting in His presence, speaking the words of life, reflecting on His past faithfulness, and taking care of your well-being, you can find the strength to endure any storm. Remember, God's plans are to prosper you and give you hope even in the most challenging times. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that brings faith, hope, and encouragement into your life. Until next time, stay blessed, and remember, you are never alone.